Hey, everybody. Welcome. Your Saltwater Guide, Captain Dave Hansen. I got Tiffany and Dave Burris joining us today. We're going to be talking about rod building and all kinds of things, but it's Thursday, gang. It's Game Plan Thursday. It's super exciting right now to be sitting in my seat, putting together these game plans, looking at what's going on out there as far as fishing goes. My goodness, there is so much cool stuff going on out on the water right now. This game plan this Thursday is going to be the most elaborate game plan we've put together in a very, very long time. We got a lot of really cool things going on, and I'm super excited about all the things that are going on out on the water. So make sure, if you are a member, you check out the game plans for this weekend because there is so much cool stuff. I don't know if you saw what the San Diego did. They're back in action. They're down at the Coronado Islands yesterday. One anchor job. They had oodles of bluefin tuna. They had 80-some barracuda. They had a couple handfuls of yellowtail, but they had bluefin tuna on the anchor. Catalina's absolutely on fire. We had some great reports coming from Catalina as far as calico bass, bonita, barracuda, big bonita, like 7-8 pound bonita on the front side of the island. There's so much cool stuff. Channel Islands are having a Byte on the sea bass. There's lots of squid all around. The Carnage is out in front of Avalon selling squid. It just goes on and on and on. Pablo's down at the Coronados right now with a couple of nice yellows on the boat. I think they got 4 now. Al was down there yesterday. You got to watch that live. They had their chances. You know, you cannot control what people are going to catch. All you can do is take them to where the fish are, and then the rest is up to them. You saw a lot of fish get lost on Al's boat yesterday. And as it keeps going, the sand bass made a rebite today. There's a couple of sport boats out there on the flats catching good sand bass, and now they're talking more barracuda mixed in. I'm telling you, it's a phenomenal year. Cold water year, anchovies in the area, that bluefin, daytime bluefin, a lot of that smaller grade fish, easier to catch. Also, a lot of kite fish, a lot of big fish too. There's so much stuff going on. And then on top of all that, the weather's going to be spectacular this weekend. Our good friend Darren and his family will be over at the island at Catalina. Justin's going over there Sunday, Monday. Everything's popping right now, gang, and I hope you guys are on some website that's helping you to make sure that you're on this fish. You don't have to be on the best fishing website on the planet. You can be on some of the other ones out there and grab some of their great information that they're giving. But remember, like my buddy Pat told me, we've been in this industry for so long. There's a lot of flavors of the month out there, but everybody always comes back to chocolate, and I've been chocolate for a very, very long time, and they all come back to the best. It all happens. You go out there, wander around, try to figure out where to get your information, and then you all end up right back here at chocolate. We have a big announcement today. Fishing Booker, they were with us for a couple years. They had some stuff going on over there. I think the head of marketing just had a baby, so they took a little reprieve from Your Saltwater Guide, but they're back full speed. We got a cool video to show you a little bit later, but Fishing Booker is back to being our sponsors of our Thursday shows. So thank you, everyone at fishingbooker.com, for being a part of the family and hanging out with us. And I'm glad to have you guys back, and you're a big part of the family. So thank you very much for being back with us. And we got some cool videos to show you today of Tiffany wrapping some cool tiger wraps and some other things. We got Dave Burris in the house, and we're going to do something we haven't done on this show in a very long time. We did it a little bit yesterday with the gang from River Cats Tackle, John and Andrew. We're opening the show up like we used to always on Thursdays. Call in Thursday. You can call in. You can ask Dave Burris any questions you want. You can ask Tiffany. You can ask me why I know my website's the best fishing website ever made for fishermen by a fisherman. Anything that you want to know, you can call in. The phone number will be up on the screen. You can call in. You can ask us any questions you want. We'll do our very best. Whatever one of us you want to ask a question to, we'll do our very best to answer that question. And without any further ado, let's get Tiffany and Dave in here and let's get this show on the road. What do you guys think? You ready? Come on. Tiffany, Dave.
Hello.
Got a lot going on today. It's a big show, big day.
We do.
There's the phone number right there by Tiffany if you guys want to call into the show and ask any questions. And I'm just super excited about all the great things that are going on. And I'm always excited to have my buddy Dave Burris with us on the show. And Tiffany, you bring so much wisdom, which is lacking when Dave and I are on here. So thank you. So we got some cool videos that you sent me. Let's talk about the tiger wrap for a minute.
Okay. Well, I've separated it in a couple of different step-by-step. There seems to be a lot of students that want to learn how to do tiger wraps. I've even had people contacting me on the instant chat on my website, asking to talk about the tiger wraps on the podcast today. So after last week's podcast, I thought, okay, it's going to take me longer to do this than normal because, I had spine surgery and I can't bend, twist, or pick up stuff for another 2 months, the doc said. But I put this together real quick just to give everybody an idea of what the process is. Now, understand, because of my temporary, what do you want to call it, condition I'm in, it's not going to be the cleanest job, but it's going to help people see the step-by-step motions to take. I also had to edit it and speed it up because the whole process took longer than the show time. So I had to, make arrangements so that it would fit into this day. In the 18-week class, we go further into step-by-step with live demonstrations at a normal speed. And I tend to go slower in the class so you can really see what I'm doing. There's quite a few steps when doing a tiger wrap. First off, you need to pick up 3 colors. In this first video that I'm going to show, that Dave's going to show you, I picked out red, orange, and yellow. And it's very important to keep these colors in the same order when you're working with them. You do not want to cross these 3 threads. If that does happen, you're going to have to, and you don't correct them, your finished piece parts of it will look bunched up. So it's very, very important when you're doing a tiger wrap to keep the lines uncrossed and tight together. It's also something you don't want to rush. Like the video looks very rushed, and something that you want to take your time on doing it. So Captain Dave, can you put the first video on and I can basically
No, I can't. Right now I got a super special caller that has a big question for you. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Tiffany.
Hi.
It's your dad.
What the hell are you doing, Dad? Okay, now I'm embarrassed. My dad's calling me probably to go do something.
I was just sitting here watching you and wondering about a big question that I had to ask you.
Yes, I cleaned my room.
Over your life, how many of your fine rods, durable as they may be, have I worn out?
Oh, geez, Dad. Oh, geez. Most people don't fish as much as you do, Dad. Most people don't do things that you do. I can't even give you an answer to that.
That's a great question, David. We got David Bacon with us on the phone, gang. He's kind of a legendary figure, and he kind of helps me out a little bit. He's co-hosted and he's hosted this podcast before. He's a legend up in the Santa Barbara, Ventura, Oxnard area. He kind of knows those Channel Islands like the back of his hand. Welcome on the show, Dave. It's always a pleasure.
Hey, it's fun to be here. I've been on your show before, and one time you even had to disappear because you were out fishing, and so I just jabbered on for about an hour and talked about fishing. That was fun. But yeah, I love your show. Love Tiffany on there, and I get to watch her build so many of these things, and then I got special privileges, so I get to go wear them out.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. You do a great job wearing them out too.
It's nice to have a good division of duties, right?
Absolutely.
I wear them out. I like this.
Yeah, it's fun to have Tiffany on here to explain how these rods come out to be so beautiful. And thank you for letting us use your daughter on the show. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. And there's one that she's done that I'm hopeful she can show. Although she may have to go find the feller that she built it for to get better videos of it. But in the entire sports world, one of the most unsung heroes in sports is a rodeo clown, because there is an unselfish person that puts themselves in harm's way and keeps rodeo performers safe. These are amazing people that do this. And she had a customer who named his boat Rodeo Clown, and she built rods for him with the rodeo clown in action with the bull and the name of his boat on there, Rodeo Clown too. I hope that she gets to show you that one day.
It looks like she's thinking right now how she's going to find that guy. She's thinking about it. I think she's looking at it. Yeah, I can see her face, David. She was like, yeah, she's looking at her phone going, how do I find him?
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go on with your show. I just wanted to call and ask that important question about how many I've worn out, and appreciate you listening to me.
All right, David. Thank you, man. We'll have you on the show again real soon. It's always a pleasure.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, gang. We got a couple of other calls, but real quick, and I know, Matt Ryan, I'm going to call you back in just a second here. But real quick, we're going to go over this first video that Tiffany sent me. And as it's playing, like she said, it's kind of in fast motion because we don't have an hour and a half to show you how she wrapped this rod. We're going to do this in like 5 minutes. So watch this, and Tiffany's going to explain to you guys. And then she goes into her classes and all the other great things she has going on for all the members and everybody involved in Your Saltwater Guide. So check this thing out real quick and go ahead and explain this to everybody as the video's going. All right?
Okay. All righty.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
So basically starting wrapping with one color on the side, and the other two, I'll bring the lines together under them. And as I'm rolling them, I keep them taut. I just keep rolling them side by side down the blank. Basically keep rolling it over and over and over again, making sure the lines are not crossed and keeping the colors in the same order. If you're wrapping with red and you do orange then yellow, you need to keep it red, orange, and yellow in that order. You'll have to straighten your lines up consistently because they will twist up as you go, and that's what you're seeing me do with my thumb. Keep rolling the three colors until you get to the desired length that you want. And this whole time through, I'm making sure that the lines are together in the same order. Just keep rolling it and rolling it and rolling it, separating the threads, but then keeping them taut, bringing them back together again. That's what my thumb keeps doing, is separating them. Because if you don't do that, after you get to the desired length and at the end, when you do the second section, it's going to be bunched up. It's not going to have the correct effect that you want. And it won't look as good as you could have made it. You'll have separation parts, a lot of different things that goes on with it that you don't want to happen. So it's just, take your time when you're doing this, when you're rolling it, making sure, like I said, I can't stress enough how important it is to keep the colors in the same pattern, keep the lines not crossed, keep the lines tight together. And your rolls have got to be tight too, side by side. Everything's got to be touching. If you don't, you're going to have a gap. You'll have crossovers, you'll have bunches, you'll have things that don't make it look right, that, takes away from the effect of this technique. Now, I know rolling it right here is boring and you're like, what the hell is this going to look like? When there's, like I said, there's parts to this. There's different sections that you do, and it all ties together. So at the end, you come up with a pretty cool design, but this is the first step that you have to do. You just keep rolling it. Some people like to do 6 inches. Some people like to do 8 inches. Some people also like to do not just this part, but as well as doing the guides. Now, after you get to the desired length, you're going to tie off. It's a normal tie off with the loop technique here. The only difference is you're going to have 3 lines in the loop. Pull it through the same way and cut your thread like you do on a normal tie off. Like I said, the only difference is instead of 1 line, you're going to do 3 lines. Everything else is normal. And pretty soon we'll go into another section as soon as the tie-off's complete. Now on this one, you will cut your tag in lines. It's very important on the first step, you cut in your tag lines. I got big hands. So you do your tie off. So basically you can do 2 tie-offs if you want to do decorative end wraps. Now here you have to burnish. Now I went from the left to the right, so I like to burnish it right to left, or excuse me, left to right. Now this is the part that people can really change the look. It's how you burnish it creates designs. A lot of people like doing 1-inch sections. Some people like doing 2-inch sections. Some people like doing more. Like in this video, I'm doing short strokes, long strokes, in between strokes. When it's all finished, you'll be able to see the lines I created, and you'll be able to distinction between these lines, knowing what length does what. Now understand that this is just a basic tiger wrap I'm showing you. It's not going to be an extravagant one, just a basic one. You can do a lot other stuff to it, but what I'm showing you here is just the basics of basics. Dave, do you have anything to point out before we do the coating part?
No, I was just looking at how you're laying the thread on there. I know Dale Clements made a thread holder that would feed up to 8 different threads.
Right.
Have you ever seen one of those?
I haven't seen it. I'm interested in learning more about it. In rod building, you're always going to learn something. There's new tools that come out, tools that you've never seen it. There's just so much to rod building that you are always going to learn something. I don't care how old you are, how long you've been wrapping, you're always going to learn something new.
You could always keep those threads separated with a fine-tooth comb also.
Yeah, what I normally do too, like some people, they don't have the, all the equipment and stuff. Some people I found don't even have combs. So what I do is I'll put each line, a line here, a line here, a line here, and then I'll hold it between my 2 fingers as I'm going along. Right. That'll keep them straight. But even with the fine-tooth comb, your fingers or gadgets, they will still have a tendency to cross. Right. And that's basically because someone's loosened up their tension as they're holding it, even though they have a spool tensioner. They're still using this, to keep it together. So sometimes it is going to loosen up, and that's exactly the point where a line can jump over each other.
Right. And I, on my bench, I have a multi-spool carrier with multi-tensioners on it.
Yeah.
That all run through a central point, and that seems to work really good too.
Yeah.
Just so you know, you just got to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. So the key thing here, guys, is take it slow. Don't rush it like I did in this video. I know this video looks super fast, but it will take you a long time to do it, but it won't look good if you rush it. So keep it up. You don't want it to bunch up. Keep those lines straight and don't let them cross. And another thing I tell people do is check your work as you're going along. If you see something funny on the line, it's either crossed or you have a gap or something needs to be fixed, you should back it up and fix the problem, then
Absolutely.
proceed. I see too many times, well, I didn't really fix the problem here, but it creates havoc if you don't, right, Dave?
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
We
Yeah.
love Havoc. So hold on one second. We got to wish Lisa a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Happy birthday,
to
Lisa.
you. Happy
birthday,
birthday
Lisa.
to you. Happy birthday, Lisa. Hey, Matt
Wait.
Ryan just called in. He's got a question. What's up, Matt?
Happy birthday, Lisa. Tiffany.
Hi.
Dave Burris, how you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing, Matt?
Good. Question for Tiffany. I'm thinking about calling you here in the near future to wrap a rod for me.
Okay.
But I don't how does the whole process work as me being a customer and picking out all the bells and whistles and stuff that I want?
You just give me a call or message me. If you go on my website, you can message me or you can instant chat me. I'm on West Coast time, so if you try to message me at 8 o'clock your time, it's 4 o'clock my time. I'm still sleeping unless I go fishing, but I can't fish.
He's right here in SoCal.
Okay, perfect. Then just message me from the website. Send me your number, or I'll give you my phone number. And just call me, and we'll walk out step by step of everything that you want.
Okay, so if I don't really know what I want, do you have examples for me to look at and colors and
Yeah, I can send you
on the rods to look at.
Yeah, I can send you pictures of stuff, but give you some ideas. I'll get a feel of exactly what you want, and then I'll be like, oh, how about this? Or, oh, how about that? And we'll just walk it through.
Okay. So, yeah, do you have, different example of patterns that you do and all that kind of stuff, too? Like pictures I can see?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
But just instant message me so I can pull them up because I've got thousands of pictures. So I have to dig through it, and then I'll send you pictures of what I think you're talking about. And before I start the build, just make sure that everything that you want I understand what you want, because what you tell me, I might think of something else, and that's not really what you're talking about. And so before I do a build, I want to make sure that everything is down and out. Tell you though, I can't give you a time frame with when this rod would be done. It just all depends on what my doctor says, because I can't twist or bend. Okay. That tiger wrap took me all week to do, and that's just for the tiger wrap itself for the main design.
Crazy.
That's like horrible time in my book for me. I should be able to do that type of design on a rod 3 or 4 days. So just to do that piece in 1 week, just to let you know, I'm super slow right now because I can't do much.
I don't have a time frame I need anything by, but right. I guess I need to check out your website. Do you have a photo gallery, anything like that of examples?
Working on the photo gallery. Yeah, I'm working on the photo gallery. I do have some rods up on the custom rods, but the photo gallery we're working on right now, so it's not quite up yet.
Okay.
Yep, she's working on it. She's getting it going, you guys. Real quick, hold on, everybody. Check out this video I made today for Fishing Booker. And you guys leave a comment. Let me know if you like it. Check this out. And gang, if you need a boat to go fishing on, if you're on vacation somewhere, fishingbooker.com can find you a boat wherever you're at. And that QR code on the bottom of the screen, you're going to save $50 on your trip wherever you're going to go fishing at. That's kind of cool, saving $50. We all need to save money right now. But check out this video and let me know if you like it. I want to thank fishingbooker.com for taking care of all of our members and all of our followers. Thank you very much, fishingbooker.com. Simply go to the QR code at the bottom of the screen, gang. You're going to save $50 off your next fishing adventure, no matter where you are. You just go to the QR code at the bottom of the screen, follow the simple directions, type in where you're at, how many people are going to go fishing, and fishingbooker.com will do the rest. They'll find you a boat for the area you're in. They'll arrange to make sure you have the best crew, whatever you're looking for, and you're going to save $50 off your next trip simply by using the QR code offered to you by fishingbooker.com at the bottom of the screen. So if you're anywhere from Cabo San Lucas to Alaska to New Zealand and anywhere in between, fishingbooker.com has you covered. Simply go to fishingbooker.com or use the QR code at the bottom of the screen to save $50 off your next fishing adventure. All right, gang, let me know if you like that. I'm going to leave the QR code up on my face for a little bit. And then Dave and Tiffany, you can talk a little bit more about that video you saw. And then I'm going to play another video in just a second. And remember, gang, you can call into the show today and ask Dave or Tiffany or myself any questions you have. Anything to do with rod wrapping, fishing, catching fish, learning how to find them, whatever you want to know, we got you covered today. Just give us a call and we'll get you all sorted out. 949-374-0786. Yeah, that's my personal phone, but I don't care. Call me. We'll get it. We'll make it happen. So what do you think, Dave, of that? There's a lot of other stuff going on in that video, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that eagle in the background there.
Yeah, that was cool. That was Ron and Pat and I out fishing up in Alaska. We got to see lots of eagles. They're like seagulls up there.
Yeah, we don't have to go up there. We can just go out to Catalina and feed them, though.
Absolutely. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
So, Tiffany, I'm going to show this other video you sent me, you and Dave. You're going to talk about it, why it's going. Here we go.
Okay. So after you do this wrap, you put a coat on. I like to do just a simple thin coat. I'll coat it going the same direction as I wrapped, making sure I get the entire length of the lines. And I personally don't like thick coats. I'll thin the coat out as I go along. There's many different techniques I do. This is the only way I'm showing you on coating, because there's so many different ways, and it would take 9 years to show all the different ways to coat.
See, and when I coat, I coat thick and then just use a torch.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Some people will use acetone. I've done that. I've done torches. It's just totally different. I mean, there's so many different techniques. After the coat dries, now it's time to reverse direction. You're going to do the same thing as you did last time, with the exception of leaving your 2 tag-in lines out and go in the opposite direction. And you'll have to grab a hold of those tag-ins later, and I'll show you in this video of what you're going to do with them. I suggest if you have eyes like mine, you should pick 3 different colors out than what your primary color is out. It's easier for you guys to see. 2 of these colors are going to stay on or not stay on. And like I said, I'll show you, it shows you in the video a little bit more. But if you're going to wrap the opposite way, same thing, keeping your line taut, keeping them side by side and not crossing. And then as soon as you do that, you're going to do, your tie-in, but you're going to keep the 2 lines out. Then after that, you're going to take 1 line off. And you're just going to basically unroll it. And here's where it's very important to keep the line coming off straight, lined up with how you rolled it on the first time, just go in the opposite direction. If you go too fast or pull at a different angle, you're going to bunch the line up. Watch closely and you'll see where I did that. And at the end, you will see what happens. You'll have to fix that so it comes up to be, a good look of your tiger wrap. And you see the bunch. It's going to show up a little bit on the blue, but when we take the blue off, it's going to show up more. And this part is easy to fix. Now I'm going to take it off the second layer of the blue, and you can see what it turns into. And that's all, that design that you're seeing is all with the way I varnished it. And keeping the line straight at the same angle that you're going. And you can see right there, there's a little bunch right there.
Yep.
And that's because I pushed it together more, when I was pulling it out, I pushed it together too hard together instead of pulling straight. So after you fix it, that's how it should look. And each of those designs, you can see the 1 inch, you can see the long inch, and I was going at an angle, like an angle. And then after you do that, you can either, do a decorative end wrap and then coat your tiger wrap, or some people like to just keep the black ends or the same main color they used. So there's many different ways you can do it. I actually do my decorative end wraps before I put the second 2 threads on that to be taken off. And I just leave the 2 tag ends out, and my decorative end wrap's already there ready to go. You can also do it in the beginning if you want. That's totally up to you. An important thing to note is your direction. If you notice that when I started doing the tiger wrap, I went left to right. Did the burnishing, different lengths, different widths, you can do it at a diagonal direction. You can make circles, you can make diamonds, you can make all sorts of different designs, different shapes. And that's just based on, the direction that you burnish and how you burnish it. Then I went, after I did that, you do a thin coat, or you can do a thick coat. It doesn't matter, but I personally like thin coats. After you've done that, that's when you got to switch your direction after your first coat has dried. So now I went from right to left. And you saw how I, straightened the line, kept the line straight as I took it out. So that's just the basic way of doing diamond or tiger wraps. You can make different designs. You can do all sorts of different things, huh, Dave?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite way to do it? At a diagonal, or do you like to do just, freestyle and whatever?
I've done very few tiger wraps. The ones I have done, I've done them on a diagonal. Just to burnish them on that diagonal. It seems to work.
Yeah. I like doing it like 1/4 inch diagonals. That way it makes that jagged line going all the way down at a diagonal. Yeah. And then the next one, I'll just have like 2 little short ones and then another jagged type on. I mean, it makes it look cool. And you can use different colors. You can even do it with metallic. But when you're working with metallic, you got to be careful on how you burnish it, because you don't want to push too hard, because you can strip the metallic color off of it if you do too hard.
Yeah, that's very easy to rip the metallic on a metallic thread too. It's just hard to work with.
Very hard to work with, but you have to get used to it, huh, Dave?
Yeah, you got to be used to it. And I'm sending you something for that. So, our little toy.
Oh,
yeah.
I can't wait to use it and try it. I might have to call you and be like, okay, how do I thread this up?
What do I do with this thing, right?
I love getting new gadgets to try. That's like one of the fun things about rod building is new gadgets, new toys that come out. You got to try it. Yeah. I mean, you'll come up with some interesting things. And some of them take a little bit getting used to. But once you do, it can lead to a whole new ball game for your rod wrapping, huh, Dave?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And there's so many things that, you can't even get anymore that were out there that a lot of these new rod wrappers have no idea, that these problems have already been solved. There's tools and equipment out there for it, but it's gone by the wayside. When Dale Clements died, they no longer have his store, so you don't get any of those little trick things that were out there.
Yeah.
You bet.
If anybody's got any questions for these 2 rod wrapping gurus, let us know. 949-374-0786. And you guys keep talking about rod wrapping. I'm just gathering all these phenomenal reports. My gosh, the fishing is insane right now. It is going to be such a great weekend for fishing, gang. You guys got to check out Your Saltwater Guide and check out the game plans that are coming up. Captain Al just sent me his game plans. Pablo sent me his. Sonny just sent me his. It's just overwhelming the amount of fish that are being caught right now. This weather is beautiful. Fish are biting from pretty much San Francisco to Cabo. There's not a break. It's insane right now. It's absolutely insane. If you're not fishing this weekend and you're into fishing, I don't know what you got planned. You got to call in sick, tell your family you're not going to make it. Grab your kids, go fishing. It is on, and the weather is supposed to be gorgeous, and hopefully that's the beginning of just some super cool stuff. Here he is. Darren, what's happening? I hear you're going fishing this weekend.
Hey, yeah, you betcha. Headed to Catalina on Sunday.
Nice.
I did have a question for the rod builders.
They're here.
Okay, if we already have a current rod that's bought, full, it's already good to go, can we still have them add some kind of fish or decoration to a current fully already made rod?
Are you talking about like a weave, or are you are you talking about a sticker, or either way? Yes.
So you can do a weave on a already fully done rod.
Yeah, you use a wedge instead of a loom.
Okay, that's good to know.
And they can put your boat name on it. They can do pretty much anything you want except you could cut all the guides off, Darren, and rewrap the whole rod if you want, but you can have some cool stuff put on the middle of that between your rod butt and the first guide.
Yeah.
All that space is wide open for magic to happen.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking, was just adding some good looks to what I think is a decent rod.
Yeah, it's very well possible we can do. You just, usually I like doing like a loom, but if somebody has a rod that they want something add, instead of stripping it all down, you just switch it and use a wedge, because the wedge fits right on top of the the area that you want to do, where a loom is 360, it's all the way around. But we could just use a loom, or a wedge on it to do a weave.
That sounds great. Yeah, just quick report, Dave. I did a chart, a party boat yesterday to Coronado's, and yes, there was a bunch of big yellowtail. A lot of casualties because there's a lot of boats, but man, the yellowtail are big out there. They're biting pretty good.
So what, you're like on the horn blower or the cocktail cruise? What do you mean a party boat?
I won a free trip.
So on a sport boat. Okay.
Sport boat.
Because Dave Burris and Tiffany and I are like, shit, you went on a party, you didn't invite us? What the hell are you talking about?
What's wrong with that?
Next thing you know, he's going to call it a cattle boat. My dad used to say, I've never seen a goddamn cow on any of my boats. What the hell are you talking about? No, they're called sport boats. Sport boats.
I went on a sport boat. It was the Mission Belle out of Point Loma with young Captain Cameron.
Oh, yeah. He just bought it.
Yes. Him and his crew were very, very good. But me being a private boater, man, I just don't like some of the people on sport boats. But anyway, I landed 2 big ones. I got sawed off on 3 other big ones. But I had a good time. But, man, it was – for a Wednesday, the Coronados were packed. There was 30 boats at Middle Ground. There was 25 boats at Pukey Point. There was a lot of people around. So just be careful if you head out there, but they are biting.
Yeah, everybody's dying to catch a fish. It's a good thing. It looks good to see all the boats fishing and everybody out there enjoying themselves. But yeah, you're going to go on a sport boat and you're probably not going to get along with all 50 of the people on there. I know it's hard to believe the sweetheart that you are, but I know I would have a hard time getting along. I don't know, but probably people would have a rough time getting along with me. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. That's like I said, it was a free trip, so I had to take it. But yeah, can't wait for Catalina. I know Justin's going to be out there. Hopefully we can make it with Lisa. Happy birthday, Lisa. And hopefully everything works well.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling in. Thanks for always supporting Your Saltwater Guide, Darren. And I just love to give you crap.
I believe it. At least it's not as much as Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Guys.
We'll talk to you later, buddy. That's a longtime family member right there, Darren. He's a good human being, gang. Like, it's hard to believe that he doesn't get along with every single person on a sport boat, huh, Dave Burris?
Yeah. I was going to say, not you. You get along with everybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. You know what? I was talking to one of my old deckhands this morning on the phone, and we were talking about how it would be today if he was on his cell phone. If I came out of the bridge and saw you on your cell phone nowadays, oh my gosh.
Also the bait tank.
We'd be in HR every day, every single day. Yeah.
That's how the world has changed, not for the better.
It's changed. I don't know, good, bad, or indifferent. You got one thing to do when you're working on the boat for me, and you're not out there to go fishing. You were out there to work.
That's right. How my dad raised me. You're not here to fish. You're here to work. You're here to help people bait up, get their fish, fillet their fish, and have the people have a good time. That's your job.
That's one of my favorite things when they used to ask me, and they still do, hey, how do I get a job working on the boats? I go, well, you need to understand, if you're going to work on the boat, you're not going fishing. And you watch their face. Their face just changes. They can't quite wrap their head around. What do you mean? If you're going to work on the boat, it's a job. It's not a fishing trip. You're not. Those people on the boat didn't pay to come out and watch you fish. That's not why they're there, gang.
Right.
And there's only one guy that gets to fish on the boat. That's the captain. And if any, just I don't want to get too far down the ladder of the bridge. But if I ever saw one of my people that were supposed to cook on our boat fishing, and the people were standing there watching, that'd drive me nuts. I didn't understand it. I know today is a totally different world, but boy, oh boy, my day.
You're there to work, getting paid for it. Work.
Only person that got to fish on the boat was the captain, and we didn't even really fit. We threw our line out in the water, and the minute that a fish ate our bait, we handed the rod to a person right away.
Yep.
People never quite understood that. They couldn't wrap their head around it. The last thing I want to do is fish on a sport boat when I'm working. I never could wrap my head around that thing. I didn't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Pretty much, if you're fishing when you're working as a captain or a deckhand, you're in everyone else's way. It's just, they're all trying to fish, and here you come down the rail with the fish on. What a bad look for business. But I understand some people, that's just the way they run their business. But if you hook a fish and you're working, you hand it off to the closest person to you, unless that person's not a good human.
Yeah.
But gang, if you got any questions, you want to call in like Darren and Matt and David Bacon did, you can call in. We got a little bit of time left on the show. And once again, I want to thank our new sponsor, Fishing Booker, for taking good care of us over here at Your Saltwater Guide. We can't do these shows without all our great sponsors, gang. It takes a ton of time to put together all the information that we share with you, and to put on a good show, and to bring in all the different guests that I bring in every week. I really do appreciate all of my sponsors, and I thank them all very, very much. And if you guys keep wondering what I'm looking at over here, and Ron, you'll love this. Marley is a totally different little dude, and he is right here. I don't know if you could see him on the other side of this cup. Look at, he's right here. He's right here.
I'm coming to get him.
Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, to add on what you just said, the cook or chef, I don't know what they call themselves on the boat, threw some bait out yesterday, hooked a big yellowtail, and gave it to the youngest kid on the boat.
Perfect.
Good.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. And it was his first yellowtail. It was cool.
It's the best. That's what it's supposed to be like. Then you know you're on a good boat. You're with the right crew. You know that's the boat you want to go back out on. And I'm just here to tell the truth. If you go on a boat and the crew's all fishing and they're smoking in your mouth and all that stuff, that's the boat you don't go on next time. I'm sorry. It's 2025. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Our money is very valuable nowadays, and don't waste it. If you don't like what's going on the boat, don't go on that boat again. And
Like I said, I'm not a fan of party boats. I'm sorry, of sport boats. But the fishing boat crew was really good.
yay, that's good to hear. That's good to know. Everybody always wants to know, and I have my own opinion, and I give you guys my opinion, but I don't know what people like and what they don't like. I only know what I like. So that's where I'm coming from. Darren obviously enjoyed his time on the Mission Bell, and Darren's a good guy. So there you go. Patronize the Mission Bell. Go out with them. Go out and have fun and go catch some fish. Not all of us have our own boat. So some of us have to go on these sport boats. And thank God the sport boats are there, because you don't have to own the boat to go out fishing. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
By the way, awesome show with Riverside Cats Tackle yesterday, and about the jerseys was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. That was really good. Thank you, Darren. I'm glad you appreciate it. If you guys didn't see that show, you may want to go back and watch it. It's available all over the place. Check it out. See ya. Okay, we got another call here. Hold on. Chris called and I was on the phone. Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, you got Dave and Tiffany. Go ahead.
Hey, Tiffany. I was thinking about. Hold on for some reason. Dish that down something else. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. Sorry, I was watching your show and it was playing in the background. I was thinking about joining Tiffany's classes for building the rods, but I was wondering, how long does it take for your, let's say, an average rod for you to build one?
What design? If it's a simple basic one, I can do it in 2 to 3 days because of dry time. If it's a super, super basic where I'm just putting guides on, it can be done in 2 days and then the next day pick up. For the class, I'm sorry?
What about something that's elaborate? Like, what's the longest you've ever spent building a rod?
The longest I ever,
Not just unfinished sitting there.
the longest I've ever spent on a rod that wasn't for a customer, it was for the International Rod Building Challenge. That rod I built on a road trip from here to North Carolina. I put 100 hours in it, and it was picked for the top 10 in the world.
Wow.
So that was 100 hours I put into that rod. Because I stopped in each. And so literally this rod is a travel rod, a real travel rod. It was built in every single state that we went to, because we stayed a night or two in each place as I built. And it was made from California and finished in North Carolina. So that's a story right there for you.
Yeah, I appreciate you giving me that information, and I'm going to probably sign up for your classes a little later tonight.
Okay. Are you looking at the 18-week or the 18-week course, the early bird special for the 18-week course that starts on August 10th, ends tonight at midnight?
All right. I'll make sure I get signed up. That comes with a blank too, right? Is that correct?
Right. The 18-week master class, that comes with a free rain shadow blank. That early bird special for $130, that ends tonight at midnight.
All right. I might just sign up as soon as I get off the phone. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Chris. Thank you for calling in and getting everybody headed in the right direction with Tiffany and talking about her classes. Thank you very much for that segue.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys.
All right. So, Tiffany.
Yes.
Since Chris brought that up, that's perfect. And go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk about it. They're blowing leaves outside. Dust everywhere.
No, your allergies are going to act up.
But yeah, Marley's the smallest monkey in the world, gang. His head is literally the size of my thumb. He can hide easily behind a regular coffee cup. He is right here in the corner. That's him. That's him.
Marley.
Look at that cup is real cup. That's how little he is. He's the smallest monkey in the world. He's 8 inches tall, full grown. He's 5 years old. He it blows people's minds, Dave, when they come down here and visit us and they go, and they come in the room and they're like, where is he? I go, that's him right there. They're like, he is tiny. He is smaller than tiny, gang. You don't understand. But Tiffany, tell everybody how they can sign up and get involved with you and your rod building. And today is it, gang. If you don't get involved, it's not really it, but it's the last chance to get that free blank when you sign up and the early bird special. Go ahead, Tiffany.
Well, this will also answer a question that Mike Lewis asked a little bit ago. Coming up on Sunday, August 10th, about 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. East Coast time on Sundays, is the master class. And that's going to teach you how to build rods. In this class, we start at the basics part of rod building. We learn the fundamentals of rod building, teaching basic stuff, knowledge about like power, action, how to put your components together, how to pick what component for what blank. We go into teaching you step by step, and we actually walk you through live step by step on learning how to do a basic diamond wrap, learning fades. Then we go into the more intermediate levels of reverse chevrons. We go into marbling, take you through the tiger wraps more in-depth detail than was able today because of the time frame that we had. Black widows and a few other designs. Also teaching different styles of Turk heads and just much, much more. It's an 18-week online course, so you can be anywhere around the world and take the rod building masterclass. Pretty cheap, because if you took the beginning class, an intermediate class, and an advanced class all together, you'd be spending about $180 with no blank. And then, so in this class, you get all of that in 18 weeks, which is the same time, for only $130, plus you get a free bats and blank. So if you go to vaguerods.net, sign up by tonight. Midnight is the deadline. After that, the price goes up. So sign up tonight and you'll learn a lot.
I'm just pulling your website up here and trying to get it up on the screen before we're done with the show. Go ahead and keep talking.
And we also, on the website, for all you guys that are already rod builders, we have that summer sale that's still happening, where everything is up to 40% off. Blanks, equipment, components, supplies. Summer's going to be over at a blink of an eye. So go to vaguerods.net to get all of your stuff needed for rod building. I have people calling me up saying that they couldn't believe how low the prices are. Right now's the time, to get, gear up on all your stuff, because up to 40% off of the MSRP, it's a steal.
Yeah.
Batson Batson's quicker. So all of like the Batson products, like the rain shadows, the flex coat, all the coatings, all that stuff is, you'll get real quick. Where Mudhole products take a little bit longer of processing time. Mudhole, you'll get anywhere up to 3 weeks before you receive it. So Batson is lickety split. They're quick.
It's amazing, Dave Burris, right? That she's given, that Bill Batson jumped in here and helping her out and giving away a free rain shadow blank when you sign up for this. Think about this, gang. 18 weeks. She's asking you for $130 for an 18-week class, and you're getting a free rod blank. I don't know. It sounds pretty legit to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can you go get a blank right now, Dave Burris? Can you get a blank for $130?
No, even wholesale. The blanks that I deal with are different and they're more expensive, but no, I couldn't touch one. I mean, you can't get you could get a CalStar for that. Just a glass CalStar for that. So,
Look at that crazy little monkey.
It's a heck of a deal if people will actually stick with it, throughout. And that's what I told Tiffany, is she's not charging enough because it doesn't seem to have, that kind of value. You're going to have to get people to actually stick with it all the way till December, which is going to be hard. Because that's one heck of a value for what you're giving away there. I mean, that's a lot of knowledge and a lot of training there that I don't know. I think it's worth a lot more than that.
Yeah, it is. But my point is that not everybody can afford spending thousands of dollars, to learn to rod wrap, or they spend too much time, on the YouTubes trying to figure stuff out, but they can't ask questions. And that's
Right.
what a lot of my students say is they like this because the minute they get into trouble and they don't understand or they did something wrong, they can sit there and say, hey, this isn't working for me. And I answer their questions or say, okay, back up. You need to do this step. You forgot this step. Because a lot of people will do the class, they're wrapping as I'm showing them how to wrap. There are people that do the class using it as a seminar thing. But from what I found is people that are following along with what I do, they learn quicker and faster, especially when they ask questions.
Hey, Tiff, there's also a couple people like Mike Lewis and other people have that job thing that kind of gets in the way. Can they go back and watch the classes that they missed online
Yeah, if they've missed a class, I ask them to tell me ahead of time if they're going to miss a class, like at least so that I can record it. I don't record all the classes because that's like 100 hours on my phone, but I will record it for them if they let me know, and I'll send it to them. They can watch it, between that day and the next class and get caught up.
Perfect. There you go, gang. So you can, and I'll help Tiffany out. We'll figure out. I'll show her how she can record all these without using her telephone. We'll help her.
Thank you.
That'd be a good idea.
I'm still learning this Zoom thing, and it seems like every week they've upgrading it, and I got to figure it out all over again.
And Richie Seidel, welcome. I'm glad you're watching. For my buddy Richie, I've been talking about this show for a very, very long time, and he is on here. So now I feel like I made it to the big time.
Made it to the top.
Mr. Seidel joined in on the show. That's pretty incredible. But gang, the really cool part about Your Saltwater Guide and all the members and all the family members and everybody, Tiffany, Dave Burris, and everybody, we're here to help. We're here to help. We're here to push the industry along. My good buddy Dave Burris and I, we've fished a lot of places, a lot of water, a lot of things. I mean, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he's in the position that he's in right now, but you know what he wants to do more than anything, even where he's at, is he wants to help. He wants to help you and me and everybody else become better people out there on the water, fishing and building rods and doing everything that you do. So once again, I thank you, Dave Burris, for joining us. It's always nice to have you with us. Mike Lewis, thank you for always sending stars. Mike Lewis has been there for me for a very long time. And Mike and his wife, Jamie, got to come down here and meet Marley and hang out. We got to go get all the garbage chewed off our feet with the fish. It was pretty incredible. He came to my town and showed me some cool stuff to do. And we had a really good time down here, gang. And Mike Lewis and we became very close personal friends, all because of this silly podcast, gang. So I just want you to know you're in the right place if you just joined us. There's a lot of really cool people involved in the family here, a lot of really good sobriety. I put it right out there. I wear it on my sleeve. Yeah, I've been sober for 38 years. It's a big deal. You can tell when I talk. Those of you that don't believe me, I don't care. You don't matter in my life anyway. But there's a lot of really good human beings here. We care about each other. We're here to help each other catch more fish. If you want a chance to check out our website, which I believe in my heart is the best fishing website ever built for fishermen by a fisherman, all you got to do is call me 949-374-0786, and I will sign you up for free, let you check the website out. You can decide if this website's even worth it or not. And I know there's a lot of you that you want to suck when you're out there fishing. Well, don't call me, because you will not suck anymore at fishing, and you'll understand why you're not sucking. So give me a call at 949-374-0786 to get a free look at the greatest fishing website ever made. Now, tomorrow at 10 a.m., this is a big deal, gang. I go live at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 5 days a week, and 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturdays. But tomorrow I'm making an exception for a phenomenal human being. Anthony Shea, I'm wearing the shirt, War Heroes on Waters, going off on September 20th in Newport Beach at Anthony's house. We pick up over 100 war-tested veterans from all over the United States of America, and we take them out fishing on some of the nicest yachts in the world. Anthony Shea, owner of Team Bad Company World Tour, is going to be our guest tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. We're working around his schedule. I know, hard to believe that I'm working around Anthony.
No, it isn't.
But Anthony is a super cool guy. He started out working as a pinhead on sport boats in Newport Beach, California. He'll be talking about that part of the story. He'll also be talking about the world tour, which I'm super excited to hear about. And then we'll finish the show up talking about War Heroes on Water. Do not miss tomorrow's show. If you can't be with us at 10 o'clock in the morning, I understand you got a job. But make sure you watch it on your way home or listen to it. We have over 800 episodes on Spotify. You can listen to our shows whenever you're driving around. And if you were to go down the rabbit hole of all of our posts and see what's going on the internet, believe me, I take care of all the negative out there. It somehow attaches to me, but I can handle it, gang. You don't need to worry about it. When you become a member of our website, we have a community that's second to none, and it's all people helping people, no matter what, fishing or life or whatever. Just give us a call and be a part of it. And Tiffany and Dave Burris, thank you so much for being with us on Thursdays. I really appreciate your friendship.
It's fun.
Anytime, David.
Anytime.
Thank you guys very much. And everybody, Marley is a totally different little monkey than he was a couple months ago. He wouldn't eat anything, remember? And I don't know, he was just a growing pain. He's 5 years old. There he is in the corner. He's going, what in the heck are we doing, Dad? Where's my snacks? I just got back from the pet store. He knows. I came in with the container holding his mealworms, and he wants some. That's why he keeps coming over here. So thank you very much, everybody. Turn off the news. I swear they're all lying. If you haven't seen my video on all the social media platforms of the Dana Point bait barge breaking in half because of the tsunami, they said nothing happened in SoCal. I'm telling you, the media is lying to you full speed all day, every day. This is the only place you get the truth. Try to turn off all that negative. It's all negative. I don't care what side you're on. They're all lying, and it's super negative. Jump on here for a little positivity every day for at least an hour a day. We'll try to keep it as positive.